Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ho, ho, ho. It's your host, the Doctor. Dr. Giggles in the house. Anyway, this week, we're going to be talking about quite a few things. We got a couple tidbits of news. We're going to talk about Holiday in the Park at Six Flags New England. We're going to talk about upcoming ACE events. And the other day, what do you call it? I think it was yesterday, the schedule for CoasterCon came out. There's no flyer yet with pricing and all that stuff, but we'll roughly go through the itinerary, so to speak, in case you're wondering, because if people have never been to CoasterCon, we're going to give you a little insight on what CoasterCon is with American Coaster Enthusiasts. And I don't know anything about the 2017 Summer Show lineup, DJ Dog 5. I don't know that yet. I'm still waiting on some stuff to be announced and given to me from the park, so I'm waiting on that. I'll email the park after this and just see if they have it and see what they got. But yeah, Merry Christmas. I figured since Six Flags New England did in fact announce Holiday in the Park, which we, most of us guessed was correct, and based on assumptions, that's what it was, and lots of good things. I contacted the park, asked a bunch of questions, and got a bunch of answers. So we'll go over all that stuff. But let me get through the tiny tidbits of news that I have. Oh, it's on the website. I honestly haven't looked at the website, except for when the Christmas thing came out. I went and looked at something. I'm bad at that, but I can look up on my phone while we're talking and stuff, and we can talk about the shows and stuff to see what we think, what we don't think, what we hate, what we like. It's all the good stuff. That's what we do. That is what we do here. Oh, Canopy. Oh, I don't know about Canopies. We can look at Canopies. So, all right. So here's two little tidbits of news. We'll look at I know Canopy's been talking about changing shows up around, and I briefly watched the Canopy video from Nor'easter, and I forgot already what. That video from Nor'easter said, "Hey, we're doing this. We're not doing that. We're doing this. We're bringing this." Da 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 da. But Christmas in March is the only reason why I'm wearing a hat, like I said, is because of Six Flags New England. Talking about Christmas. So, Christmas in March. So, here's my two tidbits of news, and then we'll get into all the Christmassy stuff. And the new pinball machine is awesome. I love it. It's amazing. I love it. So, Universal Orlando, they didn't waste any time for all you Halloween Horror Nights fans out there, such as myself. They announced American Horror Story as the first haunt for Halloween Horror Nights 27 for this year. So they're starting already to announce haunts, which is great. Get you, even though I'm not going for Halloween Horror Nights this year I'll actually be there for Grinchmas in December. So a couple days before we go on a cruise in December, we're going to hit both parks. So we'll cover Grinchmas, because we did Halloween Horror Nights a couple years ago. Can't believe it's already been like a couple years ago already. I can't believe that, Luco. We went there like in 2015. Craziness. The rumor about Speed Trap was supposed to be removed, and Looney Tunes' bathroom was supposed to be expanded. That was the rumor that we're hearing. It's probably not. Obviously, it's not happening this year. Maybe it's a next year's project. But that's what we were told, and evidently that's not true for this year. Maybe next year, maybe that'll be part of when they're, some of the stuff they're doing for the park. But yeah, Speed Trap is there. I wish I could ride it, but it's a kiddie ride, and I'm too fat, and I can't fit in the damn thing. So I can't, I love whips. That's a kiddie whip ride. I love the whip. If you want to go on a crazy one, I mean, even though it's crazy and bangs you around, I think the best whip that I've ever been on is at, what do you call it? The one in New York there. I got total brain farts here. The one that Lugo knows exactly what I'm talking about. His region's been trying to get an event there for the last few years. It's been going back and forth with who owns what. They film big there. Luco will hear this and then he'll shout it out at the park. But anyway, that park has probably the best whip. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the park's name. I love that park too. Rye, there you go. Rye's Playland. Rye's Playland. Yes, I think hands down they have the best whip out of all the whips that I've ever ridden. And I've ridden quite a few. But I'm talking modern day. I mean, I know back in the day, like probably before the 90s, maybe even like mid-90s maybe, and before that, they used to run the whip crazy. Like it used to whip. They tamed them down because everybody cries and wants to sue every 2 minutes. So now they've toned them down. But Rise has the best running whip. That one's crazy. You'll literally get whiplash from riding that thing. But Rise Playland is an awesome park, and I'm glad that they're having an event this year, and so that way I can go to it. It'll be great. But nonetheless, they have the Dragon Coaster, which I love. They got some cool little weird haunted houses that I love. I like the flume ride. I like the horse, the racing horse there, the Derby horse race carousel thing. I love that. Look at the kiddie wooden roller coaster. And usually the only time an adult can ride that is in an event. So if you happen to see the kiddie wooden coaster for ERT and you don't have the credit, you better get your butt over to Rise Playland and get there. Plus they have that water dock ride there. Fantastic with all the trolls and stuff. Great ride. I love it. Hello, YouTube police. Hi. And my last tidbit of news has to do with, and surprisingly, when I say this, you'll be like, what the hell are you talking about this for? WrestleMania 33 is this weekend. For those that haven't been paying attention, I haven't, and I saw it on Screamscape, that WrestleMania 33, the backdrop with all the lighting and stuff, is all formed into roller coasters and drop tower. That's going to be like their backdrop for WrestleMania 33. So I'm sure we're going to see all about that when it goes on this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Sean, what's up? So that's the little tidbit of news. There wasn't really much of anything. There was a Harry Potter ride concept, and I forgot where the hell I saw it on Facebook, and then it disappeared, and I can't find it. So I couldn't really cover that, I guess. So I mean, I don't really follow wrestling, so not anymore. I used to, up until probably like 94, 95, and then after that I kind of fell out of it and didn't really care anymore. And if you look at wrestling today, wrestling is nowhere as good as it was when I was a kid. When I was a kid, it was amazing. Friday night wrestling, and you'd see Hulk Hogan battle Andre the Giant, and you had all kinds of, the showboating and the characters and everything and the storylines were way better in the 80s and 90s than they are today. Way better. There's no pizzazz. There's no nothing today. It's all a bunch of bad acting and bad characters. It's horrible. You can't even I think you researched through your profile. Did you like the post? Which post? I think you searched through your profile for it. I don't think I liked the post. I think I just saw the post and then it vanished. But there was like this cool, I don't know if it's a dock ride or roller coaster, because the rumor around the campfire is Dueling Dragons is leaving. I know a lot of people are upset about that since it hasn't dueled in years. And hey, thanks, Sean. I love this hat. I got it at Disney. But since it doesn't duel anymore, and it's lost its ridership, usually no more than a 5-10 minute wait for it. And I mean, it's a great ride when it dueled. I mean, it's a great ride. It was awesome when it dueled. They took that away. Nobody rides it anymore. So it looks like that's going to get the axe for some more Harry Potter stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say if I don't know what. Supposedly, Dueling Dragons is gonna close this year, which is crazy. But let's do that. I don't know. I like that view better. I don't know why. But anyway, so if you plan on going to Universal, or you are kind of on the fence about it, and you do love Dueling Dragons, I suggest getting there more sooner than later. But that's just me. I don't know for sure. I do know someone that works for Universal that said that's the whispers on the street that Dueling Dragons is going. So I have no idea. Take it for what it is. The reason why they took it away is there was some kind of accident with something coming out of somebody's pocket. I don't know if it hit somebody on the ride, hit somebody on the ground, smashed somebody in the face, and then they put, I mean, that's part of the reason why there are now metal detectors on the rides. Like Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket and the Hulk and all that. There's now metal detectors, so there's nothing in your pocket. They give you free lockers. They don't want anything in the pocket, and it's because of that. And that happened a few years ago. I mean, it's a shame to get rid of it. I don't know if they're gonna rip it out and like trash it, or if they're gonna like sell it. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah, it's a B&M invert. It has really awesome layout. It's a really fun coaster. It's just they're too afraid. Ever since that accident, they're just too afraid of that, and now they're just going along with. Supposedly, they're just going to get rid of it, which is a shame. Like I said, it's a great ride. I love riding it when I go. When I go and it's there and it's open, I ride it. So hopefully they don't close it till next year, and hopefully when I go, I can ride it. Because it would be a shame to get rid of it and not have that ride. So we'll see. All right. So they teased. They gave us the announcement about Minor Racer. We're all guessing that. And then last week I did the Hard Hat Tour, and I got to see the Joker in Minor Racer. And if you went on the Grove Show or SFNE Online's Facebook, you could see pictures of what was going on. And hopefully you did. So with that, then when we were there, they said, "Hey, next week another announcement." We're like, all right, cool. So we get the announcement. We were making guesses. Everybody was guessing, Holiday in the Park and all kinds of weird stuff. And then we go Holiday in the Park, which we've all been asking for and wanting since they started doing Holiday in the Park. I mean, Holiday in the Park does a few things. It gets us out of the house in the wintertime, and it extends that coaster season. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be open from November 24th through December 31st. It closes at 9 p.m. I asked Jen if they were going to do any, like New Year's Eve celebration type thing, and they said, well, they're closing at 9 o'clock because they want, what do you call it? They want to do, get out so people had their parties and stuff. This must be like a day late and $1 short here. A text from Coast to Kev. It's on. Yeah, we're on. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's asleep at the wheel. Do I think they're going to get Justice League in 2018? Do I think... I hope that they get one. If it's not going to be 2018, it's probably going to be 2019, if in fact they're going to get one. I don't think all Six Flags are going to get them. And, a good indicator is because now Six Flags is doing the Oprah show where each Six Flags, you get one, and you get one, and you get one, and if it's a popular ride, it's going to go through the chain. There is a second screen for the show. I was stuck up. Oh. You missed Halloween Horror Night. Announced American Horror Stories. WrestleMania 33 about having the drop tower and roller coaster light trusses in the background. So that's all you missed so far. Well, anyway, from what Jen said, and maybe she misunderstood what I was saying, asking, people have parties and stuff to attend, so they're closing at 9. So they probably, I said, oh, they're going to do something, because I know, like, Storybook Land or Santa's Village or both do something for New Year's Eve early. So, maybe they're just going to go, hey, that's it, it's the last day, and Happy New Year and goodbye. So I don't know. They're still planning like where everything's going, what food's going to be, they do have an idea of some of the stuff, but they don't have the total idea of everything. And if Justice League does open, come to the park, you're going to have a little issue with, what do you call it? Where to put this thing. Because I thought the perfect fit for Justice League, where Splash Waterfalls, where the Joker's going, I think that would have been the perfect spot to put it. Maybe they could take away some of the employee parking lot and put it there. That's possible. So maybe that's a possibility. You could take out the Justice League building and put it somewhat over there. You would have to remove Catwoman's whip, but I believe it would fit right across diagonally. Maybe you get rid of Gotham City Gauntlet and pass that on, let's say, The Great Escape. I'm sure there's something that they can do that will go, whoa, I wasn't thinking that, There's places to put it. It's just where, and I don't, where would it go? Who knows? You could move Catwoman out of its spot and put Catwoman somewhere else in the park and name it something else. You could do that. I believe Catwoman's whip would fit next to Gauntlet, but I could be wrong. I really don't know the answer to that question. But I could see the Justice League building going and going in that direction. It could go there. It could go in. There's a lot of places. I also hear there's another rumor flying around that Blizzard River's leaving. But I don't know when. But that's a rumor going around the campfire right now. That's going. I don't know if they want to get rid of Gauntlet yet. I don't know. It seems like a pretty reliable ride for them. It seems to be somewhat pretty popular. We were all like, no, we don't want it, So I don't know. Maybe they will sacrifice that for Justice League. I have no idea. Maybe they don't get a Justice League because of problems, where to put the ride. Maybe, I know I might get murdered for this when I say this, maybe the antique car ride goes away. And they slap it there and put it with Joker and stuff like that. And make that a whole new Gotham area. Just saying. Well, when I've talked to the park before in meetings and emails and stuff, and, when you're at the park and you're talking, they feel if you want to get wet and you want to go on a water ride, go on the water park. The water park is included, so go get wet there. That's basically, and I can understand that from their point of view. If you want to go get wet, go on the water park. Even though not a lot of people like to go in the water park, they just want to go get a little wet on the ride and dry up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But that's the rumor that that's going to be going bye-bye. I mean, in that section there, you could put a nice roller coaster over there. You could do that. You could put a nice roller coaster right in that spot. But don't shoot the messenger. That's just what I hear. So, it is what it is. So anyway, on to Christmas. They announced it. It's November 21st to December 31st. November 24th to December 31st. This is the list of rides that's going to be open during Holiday in the Park. Houdini, Bumper Cars, Rockin' Rodeo, Tomahawk, Crazy Cars, Crazy Cups, Wild Wheels, Whirly Birds, Ships Ahoy, Animation Department, Daffy's Hollywood Tours, The Great Chase, Wile E. Coyote, Speed Trap, Taz Prop Delivery, Tweety's Clubhouse, 1909, Ellen's Grand Carousel, New England Express, which is the train, which would be cool to decorate all Christmas, Thunderbolt, Balloon Race, Scramble Up, Buzzsaw, Gotham City, Gotham City, Crime Wave, Kontiki, Mind Eraser, Batman, The Dark Knight, The Joker, and Fireball are all going to be open. So it says, not only are you going to celebrate along your favorite Looney Tunes characters dressed in their Christmas best, but Holiday in the Park, you're going to have an opportunity to meet toy soldiers, sing-alongs with roaming and charismatic carolers, take a peek at what's hiding under the tree with illuminated elves, and visit the North Pole, where you can meet the most famous couple of all, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Once you made your holiday rounds, make some time to immerse yourself in one of the countless electrifying light displays, take in breathtaking sights and sounds synchronized to your favorite holiday tunes, share a moment with that special someone underneath the stunning string of mistletoe, or gather with the family and friends around a crackling holiday fire pit where you can warm up a while, watch a choreographed light show, or cook s'mores to perfection. Then they have Seasons Eatings, as they call it, the little thing. What good is a holiday celebration with the phenomenal holiday food? Thankfully, we have everything you need in order to delight in all the wonderful tastes and aromas of the season, from fireside s'mores and caramel apple funnel cakes to hot chocolate and eggnog. A Holiday Park exclusive culinary treats will have you hoping the winter season never leaves. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it all. That's what it's gonna be. I mean, like I said, a lot of us, I don't know how many of us, but most of us anyway, have been wanting Holiday in the Park. You know, I've been, you know, even when, the funny thing is, when I had that meeting before I went on that cruise in February, when I was talking to the park, I'm like, you guys need Holiday in the Park. What gives? I'm like, everybody's getting it and we're not getting it. Like, what's the deal? And they're like, well, stay tuned. You never know. You know, so... I mean, when it came to that, you know, obviously they can't be, you know, telling us everything because that's why they got to hype. You know, that's why, like, when you ask the park something, 9 out of 10 times they're not giving you the answer you're looking for. You know, I asked what types of Christmas foods the culinary team, the answer I got, culinary team is working on it, they'll let me know. I asked where Santa Claus is going to be and Mrs. Claus, because there's going to be story time with Mrs. Claus, and we don't know yet, we're still planning. I asked what restaurants are going to be open. They don't know yet. I did ask, and I actually got an answer. I actually got a real answer. I was surprised. I said, hey, is there going to be a media day like you guys do for Fright Fest? And she goes, yep. So I'm hoping I'm around, because I'm going to miss 2 weekends in December for, what do you call it? For the cruise that I'm going on. So hopefully, if not, I'll just have to send somebody else to go bid my dirty work and enjoy Holiday in the Park Media Day. So we'll see as we get closer to that. Now, as more stuff comes forward, we'll know. But it's cool. I mean, because, you know, as people tell us things that are in the know, that probably shouldn't be telling us things, but people tell us things. You know, they had, before they made the announcement, there's been a ton of electrical work going on to prep for this. They got all the Joker stuff going on. They got the Mind Eraser stuff. What I was told, and I think I said this last week, and it's kind of one of those things. This year is the most money spent in a single season since the year 2000. So in the year 2000, you got Superman and you got a few other rides or whatever they did in that year. But that's what they're spending a ton of money this year, which shows what it's telling me is that corporate's finally going, hey, Six Flags New England is a contender here, and we're not going to treat that park like the Great Escape or La Ronde or Six Flags St. Louis. You know, they're actually putting money into it, which is great because, you know, we all know, you know, we're biased in a sense out of Six Flags parks, what our home park is and which ones we like. Some people don't like New England, they like Great Adventure, or they like Over Georgia, or they like Magic Mountain, you know, but you know, we'll see as time goes on what they really do. And why is Six Flags wants to remove water rides? I guess, I mean, the way I look at it, and I'll explain it like this. Back in the day, you know, before corporate parks were a thing, when you had, you know, your mom and pops, everything was mom and pop. You know, it was Riverside, there was Rocky Point, there was Canopy, Lincoln Park. You know, I'm just talking in general in New England area. You have all these parks that are not corporate owned. And then eventually they sell out and the corporate parks buy them up and so on and so forth. And I get, you know, like when people put in parks, there was no rhyme or reason to where they put things. There was, you know what I mean? There was no, you know, it's like a coaster here, a flat ride here, a water ride here, a kiddie ride here, a bench here, a tree there, da-da-da-da-da, you know, so on and so forth. So I think as corporate parks come in, they're trying to make their parks all the same. I think it's a dumb move, but I get it. Especially after talking, you know, I understand the business sense of it. But the way that they're doing it is, hey, we got a whole water park for you to get wet in. So just go there and they're just going to, you know, just keep putting rides. Here. You want to get wet, go over there. This is going to be the dry park. That's going to be the wet park. And that's how it's going to go. I think 2017 could be a flashback year with flashbacks boomerang turn back into blue. If they were going to do that for this year, that would have already been done. And I didn't notice that. But then again, I couldn't really see when I was in the park. But I think if they were going to do that, they would have done that. Yeah, no, it's a shame that the paint, when they do the paint job, paint doesn't last longer than it does. Realistically, the coat of paint only lasts a few years, and then it starts fading and chipping and so on. It sucks, but I guess that's part of the whole thing. So hopefully that answers your question about water rides. I also did find out, and it blew my mind at the statistic. This is a true stat that Jen McGrath gave at the Hard Hat Tour about how many people you think the days and ages of amusement parks will be leaving. And what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Do you think the days and ages of amusement parks will be leaving? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh yeah, the stat. The stat of how many people that have a Six Flags season pass actually go to other Six Flags parks, and not just the one that they bought their pass at. The statistic actually blew my mind. Only 1 to 2% of people that have a Six Flags season pass go to other Six Flags parks. So that's just a small drop in the bucket. And that makes even more sense of why everybody's getting a Joker and everybody's getting the Justice League and everybody's getting this and everybody's getting that. Now, I mean, I can't speak for over Texas, but I don't know if that's a corporate thing or if that is a, like the New England team goes, get them into the water park and not into the dry park for that. Yeah, a lot of the water parks are extra cost, and this I know New England has theirs attached. I don't know who else has their water park attached. Yeah, the 1 to 2% is probably the enthusiasts, and everybody else just goes, I'm going to New England, or I'm going to Jersey, so on and so forth. So, that's what they're, that's why they're all getting the same stuff now. So, as long as they keep the current rides at all the parks, and don't rip out the different ones. There's still, if you haven't been to that park, or if you want to go back because you love that ride, you'll be able to go back and still enjoy some of the rides that are different. Because there's been like over Texas, I love it. Great America, I love it. I enjoy going to America every blue. I've only been there once, and that's fine. So. It is what it is. They're all crazy, I mean, to us, because we like, a lot of us, we love going to different parks. We love being able to travel. We love all that stuff. But most people don't. Most people are not that outgoing enough to go to, if you live in Jersey, go to New England. If you're from New England, go to Jersey or the Great Escape or wherever. Georgia, Magic Mountain. I haven't been to all of them, but still. Once you've ridden one roller coaster, you've done them all. Why waste the time to go to other parks? I like going to other parks, Lugo, to get different rides. I can't constantly ride the same over and over and over and over. I mean, New England is the... like New England, the cop-outs are the exception, not the rule, just because they're close by. And so... no, I don't think, like you were saying, man, amusement parks that'll be leaving like Rocky Point. I don't think so. And the reason why I say that, look at Knoebels. Knoebels is a family park. That's not chain owned, nothing. As long as people keep supporting the local parks, they'll be there. As long as people still keep going to Canopy, and Canopy can still keep making money, and Storyland's corporate, Santa's Village, I don't think is. As long as the family-run parks still have people going, they'll be around. I mean, if you look at, a lot of the times that a lot of these parks got sold, where the family was sick of, some of them were accidents that kind of killed the park. Somewhere the family just got tired of running it and were like, let's just sell it. That maybe somebody died and then the family didn't want to take over anymore. And they're like, let's sell it, get it out of here. So, like I said, there's a lot of reasons why they left. So, there's a lot of independent parks out there. I try to visit as many as I can and give them my money, because I want them to be around. Because if you could tell the difference between obviously a corporate and an independent. Look at Knoebels. Look at even Canopy. Look at Canopy. You can't compare the parks that are dead because they're not around today to figure out what would happen, in today's world. And the funny thing is, I think if Rocky Point and even if Lincoln Park was still open, I think Six Flags New England wouldn't be as popular as it is today in the New England area. But because those two parks itself are gone, and you lost a lot of parks, and it's not because of Six Flags, just the hand that they were dealt. Yes, holiday in the park is counted as 2017. Your meal pass plan things are going to work still for it, so you'll still be able to use it, eat, enjoy, get your snacks, get your food, use your drink cups. You'll be able to do that. Even though it'll be cold, I don't know how many people are going to be drinking soda while freezing their butts off. So, I mean, I totally agree with you, Coaster Box. I would love, that's really what the park is missing, is a launch coaster. That's really what we need. Whether or not they're going to have one coming in at some point or not. But that's really what the park needs. I mean, to really round out what we have for, selections of coasters and stuff. I also would like to see Goliath and Flashback leave. Even though I think you would see Goliath leave before Flashback. Flashback is just one of those rides that takes you from the little kiddie things, and it's just about to go into big boy rides, and then you got your big boy rides. So, I've never ridden Full Throttle yet, but isn't that a big ride? I don't think there's room for that, and I mean, it could fit, I don't know, but the problem that they have with the land, they still have another 100 and something acres to the park, but building on it is really kind of like iffy because of the wetlands. So you can build on it, but you have to make sure that you're not disturbing the wetlands, and it's environmentally safe and friendly, and da 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 da. Now, if they do that, Kev, they should do that indoors, just like Disney, not outdoors. I would love to see indoor. At this point, I'll let you know about that after I ride it on opening day with the new restraints. It's still going to be a little jerky, but you're not going to get head banging. And I mean, my problem with Goliath is coming down the towers, in the way that it comes down and then transitions to go straight to go up. It hurts your back. You know what I'm saying? So what's Knott's doing with the boomerang? I know that they're closing it and they're getting rid of it, but I don't know what they're doing. So I don't know. I don't know what Knott's is doing with their boomerang. I haven't followed that. I mean, I used to cover every single little thing on every park everywhere, and it got tough because most of the audience that watches this show really doesn't care about a lot of the stuff out west. Unless I'm pimping it for a reason, then they'll get into it, depending upon, like once I get into the CoasterCon thing, that's out in Texas, so maybe that'll be something that, as a matter of fact, we're going to get into that right now because move Kidsopolis to Whistle Stop and put along. The problem with moving Kidsopolis to Whistle Stop, it's too small. You couldn't fit all those rides from Kidsopolis in Whistle Stop. It wouldn't fit, which is a shame. You could fit a few. You'd probably be missing a few rides doing that, but I mean, unless they expand it a little bit, but I don't see them having the room to do that, which is a shame. Honestly, they should probably get rid of Whistle Stop and make that in the water park. Oh, I would say Gotham City is more painful than those two. Even when Minor Racer had the old restraints, I feel that Gotham was more painful. All right, so this is for those that have no clue what CoasterCon is, especially you youngins, or if anybody that happens to that's watching this at a later time, or maybe you just happen to stumble upon the show. But I'm going to tell you what CoasterCon really is. CoasterCon is a week-long event that's put on by a coaster group called American Coaster Enthusiasts, and it's going to take place from June 18th to, it's the Thursday, right? Yeah, to the 22nd. It's going to contain 3 parks. Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. There's going to be SeaWorld out in Texas, and then there's going to be ZDTs. So, now, what's CoasterCon? Like I said, week-long coaster event. Well, Sunday to Thursday week. There's also pre-con events, and then there's post-con events. And it's going to be quite the event. I've never been to these 3 parks. Surprisingly, I know. So, this is the tentative schedule. When you get to con, you get a packet with the schedule that's more in-depth. But this is basically what CoasterCon is looking like. And let me tell you, it sounds fantastic. So on Sunday, June 18th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can go to La Quinta Inn and Suites in San Antonio Medical Center. That's where the Ace General Store. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the check-in. Banquet table reservations, because they have a banquet on Thursday night. Ace Photo Contest entry. Team registration for Midway Olympics. Sign up for the Six Flags Fiesta behind-the-scenes tours. Rubber Ducky Regatta Duck Sales. Ace South Central Region Table. Ace Membership Table. Vendor tables at the La Quinta Inn. Now, after that, you can go to the park if you want. You don't have to hang out and wait. Some people do, but you don't have to. Me, I'll probably, what do you call it? I'll probably go to the park as soon as I'm done checking in, because it's from 6 to 7 p.m. is a welcome reception in the Boardwalk location. From 7 to 8:30 p.m. is a Texas welcome dinner. 9 p.m. celebrate fireworks show. And then 9:30 to 11:30 p.m. And by the way, this is Six Flags Fiesta Texas is the first day. Is snacks, ERT on Batman the Ride, Poltergeist, Boardwalk area, which is Pandemonium, Crow's Nest, Scooby-Doo, Ghost Blasters, Wave Runner, Hurricane Force 5, Spinsanity, and Fireball, and a contest on Scooby-Doo. So that's just your little bit of Sunday. And then Monday, back at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. It says behind-the-scenes tours to be announced. 8 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. is check-in for late arrivals at the front of the park. 8:30 to 10 a.m. is a continental breakfast. 9 to 10:30 a.m. is Midway Olympics. 9 to 10:30 a.m. is ERT, Kidsopolis, all ages. Superman, Krypton Coaster, Sky Screamer, and Bumper Cars. 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the Ace Lounge and La Terraza, whatever that is. 11 a.m. to noon is the Rubber Ducky Regatta. From 6 to 7 is a Mexican dinner in the Whitewater Bay, and then there's a silent auction. So it's going to be stinky after that. People are going to be fought, and it's not going to be a silent auction. People are going to be like, hey, you're going to write things down. And that's what that's going to do. And then 7 to 8 o'clock is ERT on Thunder Rapids Water Coaster. 9 to 11 is snacks at ERT on Iron Rattler, Roadrunner Express, Foghorn Leghorns, Barnyard Railway, and Yosemite Sam Wacky Wagons, plus 2 haunted houses, typically only open for Fright Fest and Glow Ride on the train. So that's Monday. Monday. All right, so then you get a third day at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. You're going to go 8:30 to 10 a.m. Continental Breakfast. 9 to 10:30 a.m. ERT on Poltergeist, Batman the Ride, Scream, Carousel, and Hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. From noon to 7 is the Ace Lounge at the Zaragoza Theater lobby. 1 to 2:30 p.m. is the Ace annual business meeting at the Zaragoza Theater. 3 to 4 p.m. is Ace video contest at that theater. 4 to 5:30 p.m. is Ace presentations. 6 to 6:30 is a private performance of Vinyl Countdown at that theater. 7 to 9 is farewell dinner. And then from 9 to 11 p.m. is snacks and entire park ERT on all rides and attractions. So that's not bad for Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. So then Wednesday, you're going to move on to SeaWorld. SeaWorld's going to get you exclusive ride time from 8 to 10 a.m. on Great White and Wavebreaker, the rescue coaster. SeaWorld PR team will coordinate photos with Ace on the new coaster. Complimentary games in the game center, no prizes. 9 to 10 a.m. is going to be continental breakfast. Noon to 1:30 is fajitas lunch. Silent auction, meet and greet with animal ambassador team with a few animals. And then 9 to 11 p.m. is going to be ERT on Steel Eel, Wavebreaker the Rescue Coaster. Light snacks will be served. And it says on Wednesday at night, in the evening, it says River Walk downtown. There's an optional Rio San Antonio cruise river tour in the early evening. Time to be announced. And then Thursday, you will move to ZDTs. And then from 9 to 11 is going to be ERT on Switchback and go-karts. And then from 11 to 12:30 p.m. is going to be pizza lunch. And then then that's basically, for the most part, is end of CoasterCon for some. But it can go on if you do the Ace banquet. From 6 to 7 is cocktail hour reception. From 7 to 11 is the banquet dinner and program and presentations. And then CoasterCon officially ends then. There were other events. There were other things. I've been to how many CoasterCons now? 2010, 2012, 13, and 15. So I've been four. I've done four. There's also hotel information with rates. That's not a bad rate, 109. There's another one for 124. I'm probably going to have to start booking some stuff quickly. So, I am sure that they're going to do something spectacular for the train for a holiday in the park. I mean, if they don't do something, they're going to be shooting themselves in the foot. They really need to utilize the train and decorate it up. They need to utilize Wild Wheels and do the same thing. They need to... it's their park. They do what they want. But I think if you're going to run rides like the antique cars and you're going to run the train, you need to decorate them. You just need to. When people go to events like this, look at Lake Compounce. The big draw is the train ride. People want to ride the train. It's got the longest line besides Santa Claus. People don't really go there for the rides. They go to look at the lights. They get some hot chocolate. They go see Santa and they go on a train and then they go home. That's basically what they do. Most of us are going to go and we're going to go ride the rides. We're going to go, we're going to ride the rides. We're going to go eat some food. We're going to see Santa Claus. We're going to go sit on Santa's lap. We're going to go under the mistletoe and kiss each other. It's going to be a kiss fest. We're going to eat. That's just what we see. They're not going to change the horses out for the carousel. Would be nice, kind of like when you go to Santa's Village and they got the Rudolphs. That would be awesome, but they're not going to do that. They'll probably decorate it up for Christmas. Think about what they do for Halloween, and then just think about what they can do for Christmas. So, just kind of go with that. I was surprised. They should do. The last 2-3 years, the winters really haven't been cold. They've been pretty warm during the day. Nighttime, it gets cold. But they're going to be running the rides. And for it to be successful, we all need to bundle up real warm and go and keep it going. I'm hoping that they have Holiday in the Park merchandise. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I don't know about you guys. Doesn't matter what park I go to. If you got merchandise dedicated to your Christmas thing or whatever event, I'm going to buy it. I'm a sucker. I buy crap, you know. That's what I do. Parks love me because I just buy crap. I buy T-shirts like they're going out of style. Oh, you can't really see, but this is CoasterCon's design. One of them from that was at Six Flags Jersey, set up like a Monopoly board. See, ERT surprises, Maurice Pierce, Storybook Land, Six Flags Great Adventure. You know, now the way CoasterCons go, that for those that have never been, you know, they're over $200 for the Sunday to the Thursday. But where can you go for a week, even if it's $220, $230 a person? Where can you go for that kind of money and have an amazing time? Plus, they're always giving away goodies. They're always giving, and it's not like they got something out of the gumball machine. I've gotten Christmas ornaments. Matter of fact, when they had CoasterCon at Six Flags New England in 2013, when they were retracking Thunderbolt, the reclaimed wood, they made Christmas ornaments for everybody. And they had it etched in, and it says Thunderbolt, blah, blah, blah. It was amazing. You know, they had, I still got it, never opened it. They had Yankee Candle, do a little candle that says CoasterCon on it. It was nice. You know, sometimes you get Christmas ornaments, sometimes you get cups, sometimes you get shirts, sometimes you get special tours that everybody else, there's all kinds of stuff. You know. So we'll see what this con does, because I know I'm gonna be I'm going to go and we're going to cover it, and we're going to do lots of live stuff from that CoasterCon so you guys can see what goes on at CoasterCon for those that miss out on the cool stuff. CoasterCon is out in Texas at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, SeaWorld, and ZDTs. There's also a pre-con event that's going to be at Schlitterbahn. I forgot which one. It's the main one, the big one. I forgot where exactly. Oh, no, Brunfels. There's going to be pre-con. There's going to be a 2-day event. And then post-con is going to have Galveston Pleasure Pier. They're going to have the Galveston Schlitterbahn. I feel like I'm forgetting something else. I feel like I'm missing something. Let me see if my other paper has it. No, not that. Oh, Kemah Boardwalk. That's a cool idea with the Easter egg hunt and Looney Tunes, like Halloween for Easter. That would be cool. They should do that. Yeah, so you're going to get Kemah Boardwalk, Galveston, Pleasure Pier, and Schlitterbahn, Galveston. You're going to get for post-con events. So that's going to be pretty cool that you'll be able to have all that for the CoasterCon pre and post-cons. So like I said, if you don't go, don't worry. We'll rub it in your face and we'll go live and we'll show you what you're missing and what you could be doing. You know, if you're on the fence and you want to be, you don't know, you could teeter either way. I mean, if you got the money and you can get the time off and you can go, I suggest you go. And one of the main reasons why I say go, especially this year, because the new park president for Fiesta Texas used to work at Schlitterbahn, and he is an ACE member. He's actually an ACE member as well, and he's in charge of their portion of CoasterCon. So you know Fiesta Texas is going to go all out. They're going to pull out all the stops, and they're just going to go crazy with this thing. SeaWorld, I think, is going to put on a pretty good event for us. ZDTs is really small. It's a new park, very small. It is family owned, and they're slowly building up. I think they came in existence like 2007 or 8 or 9, something. It's a new park. They put in that wooden shuttle coaster, so Yeah, it's going to be good for the park, for that park, especially to get all these people there. So they're going to be doing good things. It's going to be a great con, I think. But if you don't go this year, let me tell you, you better go next year. Because next year's is going to be just as good, if not better. It's going to be at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Kings Dominion, and Six Flags America. So let me tell you, next year's is going to be even better and closer. Now, the Cape Cod. Oh, yeah! Yeah, I went to that. That place is actually cool. I don't think I really posted a lot from it, but let me tell you, it's small. It's basically like a what do you call it? A Great Wolf Lodge. Doesn't have too many crazy rides. Got some cool slides. I want to say my highlight of that, and it's going to be weird, is the Lazy River. Now they got a small wave pool, and it had some pretty, there was small waves, but it was cool for being small. It was a nice place. But the Lazy River really sold it for me. Because every so often it becomes Stormy River, and then like the sprayer starts spraying like crazy, water starts gushing out. There's lighting effects to make it like lightning. There's sound effects for thunder. The whale starts gushing more water. When it stops, it feels like you just got out of a storm. It was cool. The current in a couple areas is pretty damn fast. And then it just slow, and then it picks up, and then it's slow. They have what, 1, 2. They have, 4 little slides. Still not tiny, but they're not huge. And they were all right. They have an indoor hot tub, and the best part about it is kids are not allowed in it. Woo! Under 16, you're not allowed. Or 18. I can't remember what it was, but you're not allowed. Yes, they have a pirate ship that you kind of like go through. And then the slides are on top of the pirate ship. That's what the Lazy River. Then they kind of have like a little pirate ship on the other side that, actually I think it's all one big thing. It just goes into the other room. And then the slides, there's 2 slides in the other room with the wave pool that has another little pool that goes in. They also have an outdoor pool that was open that's sort of heated, but it was still cold. And then the hot tub. I did eat in the Hearth and Kettle twice. Once for breakfast. And believe it or not, I had the best bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich ever. And it was there. I mean, the egg and the bacon and the whole thing was just cooked perfectly. I couldn't believe how perfect you could make in a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel sandwich. It was crazy. And then at nighttime, I had a burger, and it was pretty good. I saw the buffalo mac and cheese, and I didn't, to be honest, I didn't want my butthole burning. It was just gonna, I would have been lighting up farts like crazy, and flames would have been shooting out of my butt, and it just wouldn't have been a fun time for me or for Jessica, even though we were taking turns stinking the joint out. We were having fart battles in the room. And we had an awesome view. When I laid back that curtain, I was looking right into the Lazy River in the water park. It was pretty sweet. I couldn't get out. They didn't have any doors there. They did have a pretty cool little snack bar. They had pretzels and nachos and pizza and mozzarella sticks and chicken fingers and booze. You could get margaritas. You could get beer. So the next time I go, because like after we left, like, oh, we got to take the kids here. The kids would definitely enjoy it. So we're going to go again another time. And it'll be good. And then I think the next time I will eat the buffalo mac and cheese. And then I'll stink everybody out. I think that's what I'll do. But Cape Cod is definitely good. And I was like a claw machine master. Every time I hit the button, I was like picking stuff up. I'd never had a day so good like that on a claw machine ever. I was the claw master. Let me tell you, claw master. I got little Earl. I don't know how many people saw me on Facebook with Earl. I got a couple trolls. I got a bunch of these little bouncy balls that were different emoji things. My favorite water park, not next to the amusement park. Ah, man. Honestly, I haven't been to too many just water parks. When I was a kid, there's this place down that I don't think it's there anymore, but it was in Coventry called Water Whiz. It only had like 2 slides, and it kind of sucked. I've been to the one at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and that one's fantastic. I mean, I've been to the one that's Six Flags New England that's attached. I've been to Great Adventures. That one's all right. I've been to Typhoon Lagoon at Disney, and I like that one. I don't know how you would consider Maury's Pier. I've been to one of them. How is the water park where? I've been talking and jibber-jabbing, so I don't know which water park you're talking about. DJ Dog. I mean, the best thing about Typhoon Lagoon was the wave pool. That thing was nuts. Yeah, see, I didn't do Water Whiz in Wareham. Never been there. I never been to Water Country. Oh, Cape Cod. Don't get me wrong. The Cape Cod, it's more of like a tween, kid thing. It's not really. But being as old as I am, and I'm more of a 5-year-old than I am a adult, I like it, and I would go back. I mean, Great Wolf Lodge is a little bit better, even though the Lazy River at Cape Cod is better, but some of the slides at Great Wolf Lodge in Mass are better than him. But I mean, overall and all, I mean, it's not a bad. I mean, don't go thinking you're gonna go to like a Disney water park or it's a little place. And for what it was, I really enjoyed it. The Water Whiz in Westerly. Maybe that's the one I went to. I don't know. It was so long ago for the Water Whiz that I went to. I mean, I wasn't even a teenager. I was maybe 8 or 9 or 10 years old when I went, and that was a long time ago, my friend. I could have swore it was at Coventry, the one I went to. But I think the one that was in Coventry is gone now. I think that one has been gone for many, 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 many moons. I don't know about. I don't think I've seen the one in Westerly, and I know I haven't seen the one in Wareham. I don't know. But if anybody is looking for, you don't want to go too far, depending upon where you're from, and you want to go to the Cape, and you want to have a place with a indoor water park, especially wintertime, you just want to do something cool, go there. That place is cool. Or go to Great Wolf. But personally for me, the Cape Cod is a little bit cheaper than Great Wolf, not much, but it's a little cheaper. I mean, I had a 1 king bed, and it was, geez, I don't even remember what the bill was. I'm afraid to remember what the bill was. But it was pretty comparable to Great Wolf Lodge. I mean, I had a great view. I had an excellent time. I really didn't do much. I didn't have to worry about the kids. Kids were with their mom. And the kids were upset that I was there, and I showed them the pictures and videos and stuff. And they were like, I want to go. Why didn't you take me? And I said, buddy, well, guys, I love you, but I had to get away from you. So, it is what it is. So anyway, hopefully you guys are pumped about Holiday in the Park like I am. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully we get a flyer soon for CoasterCon so we can talk about that. We'll be talking more Ace events coming up, and whatever news hits us. Anytime we get any more information about Holiday in the Park, probably going to be a little bit before we get any information. They still got months to go before it has to be finalized and built and ready, and the park hasn't even opened yet, and we're talking Christmas. So as we get more information, you will get more information, and we'll see what happens next week. Maybe some more haunts get announced for Halloween Horror Nights. And we'll see what goes on. Plus, we're going to prep next week because next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend is opening weekend at Six Flags New England. Woo! So we'll talk prep about that. And, of course, we're going to cover that. We're going to go live from there. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get excited about it. And then we'll talk about Minor Race when we come back the following week, what anybody thought that went to it, and so on and so forth. So, anyway, have a great weekend. It's coming up soon, opening weekend. Getting ready to shake off those Coaster Blues. And we'll be talking more about it. So have a great weekend, everybody. See you guys next week, 9 p.m. And until then, keep on coasting, baby. Peace out, y'all. Woo!